I'm Marguerite from MoveToTacoma.com, and I'm here with one of my favorite buyer's agents, Consuela.
Yes. Hello.
Consuela is based in South Tacoma, and you help a lot of people relocate to Tacoma every year.
Yes.
Yes. So what I was hoping we could do is talk about, I think when people are relocating and buying a house from afar, they often feel super stressed out and they don't really know the process. So I was hoping we could talk a little bit about how it's different when you're buying a house from afar than when you're here locally, how you as a specialist can support them. Is that good?
Yes. And you know, that's kind of loaded and it's like, gee, where do I begin? So let me just start out by saying my very first transaction in real estate was a relocation.
Ah.
It was a military family.
Day one.
Yes, literally. They were relocating from the East Coast, from Virginia to here, and they were moving to Puyallup. And, you know, we have been corresponding and looking at houses, and they found one in Puyallup, and I literally went to the house, made arrangements with the seller, and did a video tour with them on the phone, and they bought the house. But it's very important just to kind of really have your wants and needs just kind of narrowed down in the beginning, because it makes the search process for me so much more efficient and it goes a lot smoother.
I guess for people who are relocating, though, it's like they need to get from that stage where they sort of have a vision in their head of what they want their life here in Pierce County to be like, but they don't know what that looks like on the ground. So, like, how do you ask them questions? Like, are you trying to figure out, like, what kind of house do you want? What kind of neighborhood do you want? What does that look like usually?
Absolutely. All of that is very important because I need to know or have somewhat of a really narrowed down idea of what it is they want, what they're looking for. So I will know specifically what areas to search in. I will know specifically what amenities I'm looking for, what's close proximity, what's 5 minutes, what's 10 minutes, what's close to the freeway. So the more that we have that conversation up front, it'll be that much easier for me to be boots on the ground, if you will, to know exactly what I'm looking for.
Well, what I love about you, Consuela, is, you know, because you're so centrally located, you really serve almost all of Pierce County,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
And one of the things that a lot of relocating folks, they'll be coming in and, like, maybe one spouse is at the base and the other spouse is commuting to Seattle. And so you have to find a house that meets their needs architecturally, neighborhood support-wise, price range, and
bedrooms,
is that
baths, all of that.
and then also, like, good for two commutes that might be going in
Absolutely.
totally opposite directions. And one of the things I really love about you is your flexibility and your energy. Because
Why, thank you.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You're one of my favorites. But I think, like, the reason you need an agent that has that geographic range and the energy to go out there and look for houses for you is because, like, they're kind of doing their job and half of your job as a buyer, right? You're
Yes.
sort of doing it remotely.
You know, and I think, thank you, I'm glad you said that. I do love being flexible. And I think for me, part of this process is making sure that my clients know, hey, I'm here for you. I am here to serve you. So whatever it is that you need me to do, I got you covered.
Yeah.
And because of where I'm located in South Tacoma, I'm close to Central Tacoma, I'm close to University Place, I'm close to Lakewood, I'm close to Puyallup. It takes me maybe 20 minutes to get to the Roy area.
That's wild.
So yeah, Graham, Spanaway. So
Yeah.
I'm literally like South Tacoma to
You're
me,
right
it's
in the
like
heart of it.
right in the hub where I can get to anywhere I need to go in a reasonable amount of time. So again, when my clients let me know what it is they're looking for, it allows me to get on the MLS or whatever and pick those houses and send them to them. And sometimes I'll even just kind of preview on my own beforehand
Right.
to see if it's even a fit for what they need before I send it to them. And you know, you touched on the commuter's dream, if you will, and maybe one spouse needs this and one spouse needs that. It's like, okay, what are those freeways and those traffic points, if you will, that's going to help them get from point A to point B efficiently? Or maybe if one takes public transportation, it's like, okay, where's the nearest source of public transportation? Is it going to take them 5 minutes to get to the bus or whatever the case may be, or to the train, so
Right.
they can get to where they need to go?
So what are the ways that you support clients that's a little bit different than your local buyers? I know for me, like when I had relocating clients, like sometimes, I would have them on the phone right after the inspection with the inspector, right? Because you're kind of facilitating that remote experience. So what are the tools of the trade for an agent like you supporting clients that are far away?
Well, I can't stress enough flexibility. I love being able to have some of those FaceTime conversations.
Like video chat?
Yeah, video chat, things of that nature. So maybe if I'm at a house, if I'm literally there, I can say, hey, you need to look at this real quick. Or I'll let them know beforehand, hey, I'm going to be going to this house today. What are your hours of availability? And I'll try to coordinate with when they're available and, of course, with the seller so that if the opportunity presents itself while I'm there, I can get the client on the phone and
so
say,
I can be in Virginia and be like, I'm sorry, could you open that pantry? I need to look in the back.
And I'm going to be like, oh, my God. I'm going to be like, you have got to see this kitchen right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me turn around and let you see this right now. So I think all of that is very important. And to me, it just makes it that much more fun and exciting. I think that's the other piece of it. It's already stressful.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what? I'm easy. I'm flexible. And it's like, it's my job to do all of that stressing for you, if you will. So let's try to keep it light. And it's like, when it's time to be serious, trust me, you will know. But in the meantime, we're going to have fun, and I'm going to make this a great process for you.
Oh, that's so amazing.
Yes.
Well, I'm so glad that I know you and that I'm able to
Likewise.
connect you
Yes.
with clients. Like, it's such a unique skill to help people do this kind of
It really
relocation.
is.
And you totally have those skills. So thank you for coming on and explaining it all to us.
Absolutely. And thank you for having me. And to all of you out there, I'd love to serve you however I can. And I'm a fun girl. That's
She's
what
fun.
I always say. No.
She's fun.